guys, good morning. My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome all subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please do subscribe. I'm here in Rochester, Kent, which is in the United Kingdom, and it's been raining, so the ground is damp. I don't know whether it's hot or cold, to be honest, because I wake up in the night with hot sweats. So I don't know whether it's hot or cold. I feel quite warm at the moment. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning, and a happy birthday to Sir Ranulph Fiennes. One of the world's greatest explorers, his achievements include being the first person to completely cross Antarctica on foot, summiting Everest at the age of 65, and cutting off his own fingers after getting frostbite at the North Pole.
Alexa, what's the time, please?
It's 8:22 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Tuesday the 7th of March.
Alexa, what's the weather like?
In Rochester, it's 4 degrees Celsius with cloudy skies. Today, you can expect snowy, rainy weather, with a high of 5 degrees and a low of 0 degrees. By the way, there's a yellow warning for snow/ice in effect until Tuesday 7th of March, 10 a.m.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
What was a more important invention than the first telephone? The second one.
Right guys, so I'm here in Rochester. Last night I went for a walk, a small walk. I didn't stay out for very long. It was cold last night, it was damp and dreary, and it's obviously very, very dark on the field, and I didn't want to go around the field in the pitch black. So I just went for a nice stroll in the dark around the field. There was a lot of people about actually, and there was like lads sat on benches opposite the co-op, so it doesn't stop people sitting on benches, the rain and the damp and the wet weather. People still go out and they still sit down. Wasn't feeling 100%. So it's nice to see that people are there. So I just went for a walk around the block really, and then came back into my flat. The lift is working at the moment. For how long, who knows, but it was working when I came back yesterday afternoon, and I got my post out of the box, which was that World Wildlife Fund t-shirt. I noticed that the lift was working, but I didn't use it to start with because it has worked like that before and then conked out again. And one of my worst nightmares is getting stuck in small spaces because I'd freak out. And I remember when I was in the doctor's surgery, my doctor's is Maritime Health, and it's inside the Pentagon Centre in Chatham. And basically, I booked in to see the doctor a few years ago. This was, I booked in to see the doctor, and I just said I'm going to the toilet. I didn't even say I was going to the toilet. I just went off to the toilet. And of course, it's not receptionist could have thought that I'd gone out and just walked out and disappeared. Well, I went into the lavatory and there was empty chewing gum wrapper on the floor. There was nothing in the toilet, obviously, apart from a toilet and a sink and a dryer. And I had my handbag in there. So I went to the toilet, washed my hands, dried them, checked myself in the mirror. Went to open the door, and the door wouldn't open in the lavatory. It would not open. And I tried and tried and tried and tried. And I kept going for 10 minutes trying to open it, and I opened it and opened it. It wouldn't open, wouldn't budge. It's a faulty lock. It was a faulty lock. So I had my mobile phone on me, and it was on about 5%. and I was panicking. I thought, I'm going to be stuck in this toilet all day. No one, in 45 minutes, nobody came to use the toilet, which I found odd. In 45 minutes, while I was sat in that lavatory, stuck, nobody had actually come in to use the toilet. In a busy doctor's surgery, and it was morning, not one person had come in to use that loo. So, the only thing I could think of was to call 999, because I was panicking. I don't like small spaces. I called 999 and I explained what had happened, and I said my phone's going to die on me. He said, right, we'll get in touch with Maritime Health, and that's what the police did. They rang the receptionist up at Maritime Health, and it was nearly an hour, and the receptionist came to the door and she went, "Is it right you're stuck in the toilet?" I went, "Yes, I am." She went, "Can't you open it?" I went, "No, I've been trying for 45 minutes. I can't open it. It won't open, it won't budge." "Oh, we'll see if we can get a locksmith," she said. She said, don't panic, just keep calm." So I was stuck in this confined space, getting on for an hour, and the locksmith came out. He couldn't open it. He couldn't open it with a lock or anything. So they got a chainsaw. And I was absolutely shitting myself. I'd been stuck in this toilet for nearly an hour, sweating, palpitating, because I don't like small confined spaces. And they started sawing the lock off. Sawing it. And you can imagine the noise of a chainsaw. So these things happen. Things happen, don't they? My life is like a movie. So they sawed the lock off, and I got out of the toilet, and I was so relieved to get out of that lavatory. When I went into Costa Coffee a couple of days ago, I hate going into public toilets now in case the door locks and I can't get out. So Costa Coffee in Rochester High Street a few days ago, I went downstairs and had a cup of coffee, and I went downstairs to use their toilet, and it wouldn't open. It was like a stiff lock, it wouldn't open. So I thought, I'm not having this again, and I forced it open. But there's a dodgy locks on toilets, like old-fashioned toilets with dodgy locks on. Like, it scared the shit out of me. And also, coming home to my flat after going to Costa Coffee, I went into the ladies' toilets, which is just off Rochester High Street, and they very often got male cleaners in the ladies' toilets. So very often in the Rochester toilets, you'll have a male cleaner in the toilets, in the ladies' toilets, cleaning the ladies' toilets out. It does tell you male operatives working in this area. So it does warn you before you go into the loo there could be a male toilet attendant in there. So I was desperate for the toilet, so I used the disabled toilet, and I went into this toilet and it was all blue, but the light was blue, no white light. I sat down in a toilet that was just covered in blue light. I looked down the toilet and it looked like there was blood down the toilet. It looked like there was a bloody substance down the toilet. And I couldn't wait. I don't like public toilets. I'll use them, but I hate them because people take drugs. They use toilets to inject themselves. People, and you know, you sit on toilets and you don't know who sat on them before you and what they've got wrong with them, do you? But it looked like blood in the loo, but because the light was blue, it might have been poo. but it looked like there was blood on the toilet when I went into the Rochester toilets the other day. The male and female toilets in Rochester, the thing was, it was late in the evening. It was about 5 o'clock in the evening, so God knows what goes into the toilet, you know. And you do have to be careful because you can catch germs. I didn't realise till I got up. You automatically just sit down on the toilet, don't you? I sat down and I didn't look in the bowl of the lavatory. So I peed, went to flush the loo, and I thought, that looks like fucking blood. I thought, it ain't me, is it? And no, it wasn't. But because the light was all blue, it was all cut off and blue. It looked like one of those naughty film things. Like all a red light and all blue in the lavatory. So you're terrified afterwards. Like, you know, what was that? What was that in the toilet? What have I sat on, you know? And toilets are a really bad place to catch germs from. They really are. And yeah, male cleaners in ladies' toilets. You get that a lot there here in Medway. Male cleaners in ladies' loos. Right, guys, Alexa, puzzler.
Good morning. Welcome back to Puzzler. Would you like to play your daily crossword or hear the high scores?
Daily crossword.
On to your crossword of the day.
Melted ice. It's a 5-letter word.
Alexa, skip.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Gin mixer. There are 5 letters.
Alexa, skip. I need my glasses.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Poison from a snake. It has 5 letters.
Alexa, venom.
You are already playing a crossword. The
Alexa,
clue is
venom.
Let's hear the next clue.
flattered in the breeze. Blank blank V blank blank. It has 5 letters.
Alexa, waved.
Brilliant.
Something used to divert attention. First letter D. There are 5
Alexa,
letters.
skip.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Popular card game. Blank blank M blank blank. It has 5 letters.
Alexa, skip.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Melted ice. First letter W. 5 letters.
Alexa, water.
Exceptional. You're 50% complete.
Gin mixer. T blank N blank blank. There's 5 letters.
Alexa, skip.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Popular card game. R blank M blank blank. 5 letter word.
Alexa, rumba.
Wrong answer.
Roomba is not right. By the way, you can also spell out your answer like this. P-U-Z-Z-L.
Alexa. Next.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Something used to divert attention. First letter D. It has 5 letters.
God's sake. Alexa, skip.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Gin mixer. T blank
Gin
N
mixer.
blank blank. There are 5 letters.
Alexa, tonic.
Fabulous puzzling.
Something used to divert attention. D. Blank. C. Blank blank. It has 5 letters.
Alexa, skip.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Popular card game. R. Blank.
Alexa,
Blank.
Rummy. Alexa, Rummy.
Fantastic. Here's the final clue.
I've got it now.
Something used to divert attention. D. Blank.
Alexa,
C.
decoy.
Crossword complete.
You did it in 3 minutes, 50 seconds. This was your 16th fastest time for daily crosswords.
Main menu. Would you like to hear the high scores, open shop, or exit game?
High scores.
Would you like to hear the daily or premium high scores?
Daily.
You're currently 1,434th on the daily high scores, with a time of 1 minute, 4 seconds, 243 milliseconds. You are 0 seconds behind your nearest rival, ferociously amused Chihuahua. Would you like to hear the daily high scores again?
Alexa, skip.
Would you like to hear the high
Alexa.
scores again?
Exit. So guys, speaking of toilets, I also watched a documentary about George Michael, and I think it's in parts on Channel 4. So last night I was watching George Michael and about his misdemeanor in the lavatory in the USA. So I was watching that for an hour last night before I went to bed at George Michael Outed. All about the homosexual and gay movement, especially in the 1980s. They interviewed Holly Johnson, and I was quite shocked because I remember Holly Johnson in Frankie Goes to Hollywood, and I bought their crystal. I was going to Sydenham Girls' School, secondary school, and I just loved music. I didn't care if anyone was gay. I liked Boy George. I liked all that kind of thing. I don't judge people. So I bought George Michael Wham records. So did my sister. And she was younger than me. My mum bought Last Christmas for my sister for Christmas. Because Amanda liked Wham when she was little. But yeah, I was going to secondary school, girls' school, and Frankie Goes to Hollywood single came out, and I thought, this is fantastic, I love this. And Holly Johnson was a young bloke, you know, with brown hair, and he was a good looking guy. Now, Alexa, how old is Holly Johnson?
Holly Johnson is 63 years old.
And you know, he's not that far off me. He's 63 and he looks rough. You can see he's been through it. 63. It's really shocking that when I was in 1987, I was 20 and he would have been in his 30s. Now I'm 54 and he's in his 60s. It's shocking how time flies. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. I wouldn't have known that was Holly Johnson if I passed him in the street now. It's awful. How time ages us. And how some people have a harder rough life than everybody else, don't they? You can tell someone's face and read it like a book with the lines on it and the worries. So I watched that. But you get old. You get old and you have to face it. So you can't do the things I'm 54. 10 years time wow. So all the pop groups of the 80s, they're in their 60s, a lot of them in their Madonna, look, Madonna. Alexa, how old's Madonna?
Madonna is 64 years old.
She's an old age pensioner, she's 64. And then we go, Alexa, how old is Mick Jagger?
Mick Jagger is 79 years old.
Mick Jagger is 79 and he's still going strong. He's still rocking his legs, isn't he? He's still. We do get frail and we all have to watch ourselves because we all can't go on forever. Although we'd all like to, wouldn't we? Right, guys, I'm going to have my coffee, get on with the rest of my day, and I'll see you all later.